Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Global Wrestling Alliance. I am Joe Davis, and we are live from Seattle, Washington. We have some breaking news stories to tell you about at the start of the show. So first off, we want to inform you that Aldo P. Wallace has indeed been suspended for his actions over the last couple of weeks. We're not sure exactly how long the suspension will last, but Aldo P. Wallace has been suspended until further notice for his actions over the last few weeks. Also, our main event last week was supposed to be Sharpe against Ray Snyder, but as you see, Ray Snyder attacked the world champion on the way down to the ring, and it didn't stop there. Mr. Amazing, Ray Snyder, continued to viciously assault the leg of handsome Harry Sharpe. He just punished the world champion for several minutes. And then as we went off the air, the crisscross Boston Crab, you can see him locking it in, and that is what we saw, him tapping out. But this is what happened off the air. The assault continued. That shot opened up Harry Sharpe. He was bleeding like crazy, and that shot with a steel chair. We understand that the World Heavyweight Champion, handsome Harry Sharpe, has indeed been injured. His leg is in very bad shape, and he had to get stitched up following that assault. We will hear from Ray Snyder as he explains his actions later on tonight before we see him in one-on-one competition in our main event. But first, we have tag team action as Eddie Sheffield and Ryan Morris take on Luther and Mahler, the Isaac brothers, the Pitbulls in tag team action. Chris Vandiver will be in one-on-one action against the Fighting Irishman, Sergio Dondelinger. Plus, the Women's World Championship will be decided as Shelly Bennett will take on Jean Wells to decide the first Women's World Champion. But first, the first match of the night, we have Gavin Briggs taking on one half of the Eliminators in Vince Dixon. So we're going to send it down to ringside right now to get that first matchup underway.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from the good old USA. Weighing in at 215 pounds, Gavin Briggs.
Gavin Briggs has been wrestling his heart out over the past few weeks against rival Big Bubba Mason. That rivalry started out when during the World Heavyweight Championship tournament a few weeks ago, Big Bubba Mason assaulted Gavin Briggs with a steel chair. Gavin Briggs has fought his heart out against Big Bubba, coming up short on several occasions since then, but tonight he has a new challenge in Vince Dixon from the Eliminators.
And his opponent, accompanied by Cliff Russell, representing the Eliminators from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 259 pounds, Vince Dixon.
In the World Heavyweight Championship tournament, Cliff Russell was in that tournament and was eliminated in the first round, but we have seen one half of the Eliminators in singles action in the past. Tonight, we see the other half in Vince Dixon in singles action as he takes on local young superstar and patriot Gavin Briggs. This should be a very good contest between these two athletes, both young, hungry, and looking to make a name for themselves in professional wrestling. And there's the bell. Lock up, center of the ring, forearm shot, and Briggs takes control right from the start. Couple of kicks now and a chop. Dixon already on the receiving end of some punishment, whipped across the ring, and the referee kind of got in the way there. I couldn't tell if he got pulled in the way or if he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, but Vince Dixon is going to take over. He's going to use that miscalculation to his advantage. Stomping on the arm there, but Briggs, ever the fighter, coming back. Whip to the far side once again. There's the kick right to the jaw. Cover here. 1, 2. And a 2 count for Gavin Briggs. That neck crank. Devastating maneuver. Vicious hold. Briggs not going up against his rival in Big Bubba Mason. Big Bubba Mason not here tonight, but we understand that the rivalry between Big Bubba Mason and Gavin Briggs is not over yet. Briggs still wants to get into the ring with Big Bubba Mason. Right now he's got his hands full with Vince Dixon. Look at this crossface. Can Dixon... No, Dixon cannot put him away. Briggs rolls through. Flurry of shots there by Briggs. Another one knocks down Dixon. A second one now. Duck under the clothesline, across. Flying clothesline by Gavin Briggs. Knee strike, high knee strike to Vince Dixon. Blow to the back of the head. And... I don't know what he calls that, but that is getting to be a staple in the offense of Gavin Briggs. Crisscrossing the legs and driving the knees into the mat. Devastating maneuver. Another flurry of strikes here. And whipped across the far side once again. Dixon stops in his tracks. But now against the ropes. Kick to the side of the head by Briggs. Gavin Briggs, we've seen over the past couple of weeks, a fierce competitor, all heart. And look at this, a modified sharpshooter here. Will Vince Dixon give it up, or will he be able to get out of this hold and try to get back into this match? He's fighting it, and he kicks off Gavin Briggs. Dixon telling him to bring it on. He's not done yet. Clothesline. And a second. Block and leg trip by Vince Dixon. Dixon now trying to gather some momentum, switch the momentum into his favor. Up and down across the top turnbuckle goes Gavin Briggs. Dixon now stomping him in the corner. Multiple stomps. Dixon all of a sudden in firm control of this match, but don't count out Gavin Briggs just yet. Power bomb, yes, cover. Long 2 count for Vince Dixon. Gavin Briggs nearly suffering another loss right there. Top wrist lock by Dixon. Gavin Briggs fighting out of it once again. As I had mentioned, Briggs is a fighter. Do not count this young man out. He is all heart. Lock up center of the ring. Another double underhook power bomb by Vince Dixon. Perfectly executed. Dixon now going to the top. Elbow drop, and he missed. No one home for Vince Dixon. Beautiful drop kick by Briggs. Gavin Briggs once again. Sharpshooter. Vince Dixon. Vince Dixon cannot hold out, and Gavin Briggs is your winner. Let's take another look at it right here. A modified sharpshooter, a very painful maneuver, and Vince Dixon couldn't get out of it this time.
Here is your winner, Gavin Briggs.
Big victory for Gavin Briggs. And once again, as I had mentioned, he is still looking for that victory over Big Bubba Mason. We may see them get in the ring again very soon in the very near future. Now, coming up next, we have tag team action. Eddie Sheffield, Ryan Morris against the Pitbulls, the brothers Luther and Mauler Isaac.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 333 pounds.
Ryan Morris and Eddie Sheffield yet to find that winning combination in tag team action. We've seen some fight out of these two youngsters, but they're going to have a tall task, I believe, tonight with Luther and Mauler, the Isaac brothers, otherwise known as the Pitbulls. Morris and Sheffield looking to be as ready as they will ever be.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 544 pounds, the Pitbulls.
These two men, real rough, tough individuals. The younger brother, Luther Isaac, in the front. The older brother, Mauler Isaac, coming up behind him. The Pitbulls. These two men, very strong, very powerful, very nasty, and looking to destroy all other tag teams in the tag team division here in Global Wrestling Alliance. Morris and Luther Isaac to start this match. Forearm shot. And Luther Isaac all over Ryan Morris in the early going of this one. Whip to the far side. Knee buried into the stomach of Ryan Morris. And look at those shots. Come on, ref. Warn Luther Isaac about those closed fists. Stomps down on the arm, trying to separate the elbow joint. These two men, very nasty. In the corner now. Tag to the older brother, Mauler Isaac. Whip to the far side. Double team here. Pop up. Power slam. Beautifully executed by the Pitbulls. And a 2 count. Somehow Ryan Morris stays in it. Mauler Isaac now. Lock up. And double underhook. Power bomb. And just grabs the leg and throws Morris across the ring to his partner. But Ryan Morris just too out of it. He cannot get into this match. He couldn't even make the tag. Clothesline. And a running bulldog by the Pitbull. Center of the ring. Lock up once again and whip back into the Pitbull's corner. Driving the shoulder into the lower abdomen area. Ryan Morris attempting to fight out of this predicament. Kick to the face, and now that gives him time. Yes, tag now to his partner, Eddie Sheffield. Mauler there to greet him and just kicks him in the face. Mauler Isaac just running through this youngster. Back to the corner now and tag to younger brother Luther Isaac. Oh my God, oh my Lord. What strength and power, the viciousness of the Pitbulls being displayed here tonight against Morris and Sheffield. Sheffield behind, grab, no, Luther gets out of it, buries a fist into the stomach of Sheffield, and pick up. Tossed, fall away, slam by Luther Isaac. He's just going to stand there and let Ryan Morris tag back in. Spinning forearm shot by Luther Isaac. And a second one just drops Ryan Morris. Tell you, these Pitbulls are vicious. Against the ropes. Reversal. Goes for the clothesline. He just knocked him all the way across the ring, ladies and gentlemen. What power by Luther Isaac. Ryan Morris went for the clothesline and Luther ran right through it. Didn't even affect him. And now here comes Mauler. Once again, whipped to the far side. Pop up. Power slam again. And again, the cover. And Sheffield's going to break up that one. And he gets kicked in the face again for his trouble. Morris trying to do anything he can to even get some distance from the Pitbulls. But he can't do it. Whip to the far side. Reversal once again. No, now Mauler runs through him and knocks him across the ring once again. These Pitbulls, their strength, their power, their viciousness, off the chain. Tag once again, whip to the corner. Knee strikes, knocking Morris back. My goodness, did you see that? Cover now by Luther Isaac. 1, 2, 3, and it's all over. The Pitbulls victorious. Let's take one more look at this final double team. Into the corner, Luther Isaac with the knees. Mauler Isaac just smashes him into the lower turnbuckle, and the cover by Luther Isaac gives the Isaac brothers, the Pitbulls, their first victory in GWA.
Here are your winners, the Pitbulls.
A devastating and ruthless display by the Pitbulls in their debut here in Global Wrestling Alliance. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we told you earlier in the broadcast that we were going to hear from Mr. Amazing Ray Snyder about his actions in attacking the world champion as he did last week, and that is going to be happening right now. Let's hear what Mr. Amazing has to say on the subject.
Mr. Amazing Ray Snyder.
I was so happy to see Ray Snyder make his debut in Global Wrestling Alliance. I know the rivalry between Snyder and Sharpe. I thought there was going to be some really good matches for the World Heavyweight Championship, but Mr. Amazing blindsided the World Champion, and the World Champion is now out with a leg injury. He had stitches in his head. I don't agree with the tactics, but let's see what Mr. Amazing has to say. Well, Mr. Amazing Ray Snyder making his intentions known. He wants the world title. But coming up next, Chris Vandiver one-on-one with the Fighting Irishman, Sergio Dondelinger.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Lilith Vandiver from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 232 pounds, Chris Vandiver.
And here is the lovely couple, Lilith Vandiver, along with her husband, Chris Vandiver. Chris Vandiver being assaulted multiple times over the past couple weeks by strongman Aldo P. Wallace. Wallace has once again been suspended for his actions, and this will give Chris Vandiver an opportunity to have a new challenger, a new opponent right here tonight in Sergio Dondelinger. Even though Vandiver has had his issues with Wallace in these past couple weeks, he does appear to be 100% and looking for a victory here over Sergio Dondelinger. Lilith now leaving the ring. Chris Vandiver in the ring preparing for his opponent here tonight.
And his opponent from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Sergio Dondelinger. Dondelinger
looking for his first victory here in Global Wrestling Alliance. This gentleman growing up on the streets of Ireland, fighting just to survive everyday life, fighting for food, fighting for shelter, fighting sometimes just to fight, from what we understand. And tonight he has Chris Vandiver one-on-one. And here we go. Chris Vandiver versus Sergio Dondelinger. There's the bell. Go for a lockup, but Dondelinger too strong, just shoves Vandiver away. But Vandiver coming with some strikes and reverse elbow. A headbutt, a big one there by Vandiver. Just as we had talked about Gavin Briggs earlier tonight, Chris Vandiver also all heart. And he will not quit. He will not give up. He is almost like a pit bull himself. He doesn't really know how big or small he is. He really doesn't care. He's going to give it all he's got. He's going to give it his all every time he steps into the squared circle, no matter whom his opponent. Bigger, smaller, stronger, faster, doesn't matter. You're going to get it all from Chris Vandiver. Vandiver right now pouring on the punishment to Sergio Dondelinger. Cover here. No, only a 1 count as of this moment for Chris Vandiver. Sergio Dondelinger, we haven't truly seen exactly what this man can do as of yet in the squared circle, but we may see more in this match if he can get back into the fight, and we will definitely see more in the coming weeks, I am sure. Drop down, leapfrog, and Vandiver missed that one. Lock up, center of the ring. Head to the buckle. And Dondelinger now raining down the right hands, and the fans counting right alongside him. 10 strikes to the head of Chris Vandiver. And Sergio Dondelinger looking to be turning this match around. He is now in control. Up on the shoulders, down across the top rope goes Vandiver. Dondelinger picking him back up and whipped over the top rope. And looked to be brought back in the hard way. Clubbing blow sends Vandiver face first into the center of the ring. And there's a claw on the trapezius, but he was in the ropes. Dondelinger, and look at that strength by the Fighting Irishman. Now working over the left leg. Cover here by Dondelinger. 1, 2, and a long 2 count for Dondelinger. 1 second away from his first victory in Global Wrestling Alliance. Wait. Here comes Vandiver back. Open hand strikes. There's the cutter by Chris Vandiver, and that quickly Vandiver turned this match around. Vandiver, kick to the midsection. And a hammerlock DDT by Vandiver. Cover. 1, 2, 3, and Chris Vandiver is victorious. Let's take one more look at it here. Chris Vandiver has really mastered this maneuver. It is his go-to hammerlock DDT, and that is all she wrote for Sergio Dondelinger here tonight.
Here is your winner, Chris Vandiver.
Vandiver looking very impressive in this matchup against Sergio Dondelinger here tonight. Well, Chris Vandiver pleading for the suspension of Aldo P. Wallace to be lifted. I'm a little surprised at that. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, the GWA Women's World Championship will be decided as Shelly Bennett goes one-on-one with Jean Wells. Let's show you what happened over the last couple weeks to get us to this point. 2 weeks ago, Shelly Bennett stole one from Lilith Vandiver using the ropes for leverage. And last week, Jean Wells with that patented ankle and leg submission, tapping out Jennifer Ramel. And that is how these two ladies have advanced to this final match right here tonight to decide the first ever GWA Women's World Champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Championship. Making her way to the ring from Anaheim, California, Shelly Bennett.
Shelly Bennett. Even though she stole one, she is here, and she has an opportunity to win the Women's World Championship to shut up all the naysayers throughout her younger years.
And from Aberdeen, Washington, Jean Wells.
Jean Wells has a wealth of experience, has won championships over the years all up and down the West Coast, looking to put the feather in the cap, if you will, if she were to win the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Championship right here tonight. And here we're going to get our first look at it. There it is. The Women's World Championship belt. And that's what these ladies are fighting for, to become the first ever Women's World Champion. Shelly Bennett, Jean Wells, and the time is now. Lock up, center of the ring. Kick to the midsection by Wells. Some chops, and Wells whips to the far side. Blocked that elbow. And a leg sweep. Missing the stomp is Bennett. And Jean Wells pulling out an old move from her arsenal she hasn't used in years. What a surprise. What a treat for the fans. Whipped across to the far side. Elbow. Jean Wells willing to pull out all the stops to become Women's World Champion. Shelly Bennett now coming back with a strike of her own and into the corner. Forearm shot by Bennett. And Wells fighting from underneath. Drop kick to the leg, drops Bennett. And you know that kind of maneuver, working on the leg, will work to Wells' advantage when she uses, if she can lock on that leg and ankle submission. Whip to the far side once again. No, and they run into each other. There's a little collision there. Wells going to try it again. Forearm shots now by Bennett. Blocked. Go behind, and German suplex from Jean Wells. Back into the corner again. And just hammering away is Jean Wells. And now stomping away. Bennett has literally been backed into a corner. Working on the leg once again is Jean Wells. You know she's setting up for that finishing submission hold. If she can lock that in, I believe she thinks that it's a guarantee she's walking out of this ring as Women's World Champion. But Bennett, snapmare, now snaps the neck. Now a little retaliation here. Bennett now working on the leg of Jean Wells. Bennett now trying to take control. Snapmare once again. And snapping of the neck once again. Throws Wells backwards against the mat. Stomping on the arm and a cover. Only a 1 for Shelly Bennett at this time. Jean Wells, a hardened veteran, many a battles over the years, takes control once again with another German suplex. And going back to the leg, Shelly Bennett was going to have an uphill battle. The wealth of experience for Jean Wells. Back to the leg. And a clear advantage for Jean Wells, the experience that she has in the squared circle compared to her younger opponent in Shelly Bennett. Back elbow sends Bennett down once again. And back to the leg is Wells. Cover here. So close. So close, and Wells believes she had it right there. I thought she did too, but just half a second away, maybe, from winning the Women's World Championship. Snapmare off the ropes now, against the ropes, and steps right over. Low drop kick to the face from Jean Wells. Wells is feeling it. Bennett is in all kinds of trouble. Reversal there by Bennett. And look at this flurry. Shelly Bennett. Cover. 1. No, still not enough. Jean Wells, still way too much fight. But what a flurry of offense. There's another forearm, and against the ropes. Kick right to the side of the head. What a shot. 1, 2. No. Not this time. And Bennett wants a faster count. She believes she had it right there. So close. A very close call. A close 2 count for Bennett. Now Bennett goes upstairs. She's waiting for Wells. Off the top. Missile drop kick. Swatted away by Wells. Jean Wells. Dragon screw. Throws the leg back. More punishment to the leg. And now, Jean Wells going for it. There it is. The leg and ankle submission. Bennett is in trouble. In all kinds of trouble. Can she hang on? Can she get out of this hold? No, it's too much. There's the tap out. Jean Wells is the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Champion. Let's see how she did it. That patented leg and ankle submission. Too much for Shelly Bennett on this night. And Jean Wells is the champion.
Here is your winner and new Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Champion, Jean Wells.
What a victory for this legend, Jean Wells. A feather in the cap, a crowning achievement in her career. She is the Women's World Champion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is our main event as youngster Justin Reed goes up against the legendary Mr. Amazing Ray Snyder.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Eugene, Oregon. Weighing in at 168 pounds, Justin Reed.
Justin Reed on his way to the ring now. He knows what he's up against. He is going up against someone that has more experience than he has in this world. Ray Snyder's been wrestling long before Justin Reed was ever born. And Reed, you can see he was a little nervous to be stepping into the ring with the likes of Mr. Amazing, but I can't say that I blame him. And here we go. Here comes Mr. Amazing.
And his opponent from Northridge, California, weighing in at 332 pounds, Mr. Amazing Ray Snyder.
Mr. Amazing Ray Snyder. A wealth of experience as well. Hundreds, if not thousands, of battles in his career. And he is here now in Global Wrestling Alliance. He is the #1 contender for Handsome Harry Sharpe's Global Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Championship. That World Championship match still to happen. It may happen in the next couple weeks once Handsome Harry Sharpe is cleared to return. I am very much looking forward to that battle for the world title. And here we go. Here is our main event. And Snyder to the outside, making Reed come after him. Kick to the midsection and a clubbing blow. Snyder now sends Reed into the guardrail and face first. And back into the ring now, and here comes Snyder. You can see The brace on the left arm, the braces on both of the knees. Ray Snyder has been in countless wars over the course of his career, but he is looking for that one final achievement. He's looking to do the same thing that his arch rival, handsome Harry Sharpe, has done here in Global Wrestling Alliance, and that's make it to the top of the mountain as heavyweight champion of the world. Snyder looking very impressive in his debut match here in Global Wrestling Alliance. Whip to the far side, clothesline, sending Reed back down. Ray Snyder, stomp to the side of the head now. Mr. Amazing in firm control of this match. Reed trying to fight back. Nothing doing. Straight right hand to the youngster. Ray Snyder looking to put this one away. Another right hand to the face. Big elbow drop. 300 plus pounds into the chest of Justin Reed. And here we go. Crisscross Boston Crab. And Snyder really wrenches back. And Justin Reed taps out. And a victory for Mr. Amazing, Ray Snyder. Let's take one more look at it now. When Ray Snyder really locks it in, really leans back, that's when he's really pouring on the punishment, and it was too much for Justin Reed.
Here is your winner, Mr. Amazing, Ray Snyder.
Snyder victorious, and we are out of time. We'll see you next time.